August 2015. We had just arrived at the airport in Jacksonville, Wyoming. Towering above us was the Grand Teton, and we were about to climb to the top, 13,770 feet above sea level. A few months earlier at a family dinner, my friend had invited me on this adventure. I had zero rock climbing experience and was terribly afraid of heights. My first thought was, nope, never, ever, ever doing that. But my parents and I kept having the same nagging thought, that this was potentially an amazing lifetime opportunity that I would deeply regret not pursuing. The experiences that I would gain from this adventure would be priceless. As I stood there looking up at the mountain, I began to regret my decision to say yes to go on this adventure. Next day, it was our first day of training. We were to train for 3 days, learning how to climb up large cliff faces and then rappel back down them. As training went on, I began to feel more comfortable holding on to the side of a cliff. After a few days of training, it was time to get real. It was time to begin our 2-day journey to the top. On the first day of our journey, we had a 6:30 wake up, and yes, on a summer day that felt very early. We quickly grabbed breakfast and ate as we drove to the base of the mountain. Ahead of us, we had a 13-mile hike with an elevation gain of 5,000 feet. The hike got harder and harder as the air got thinner and the temperature got lower. We climbed through boulder fields and valleys carved out by old glaciers. Once we reached base camp, which was at 11,000 feet, everyone immediately ran for cover behind the rocks from the blasting winds. The sunset was amazing, shining through the clouds, lighting up everything with a golden glow. Besides the blasting winds and the freezing cold, everyone was completely mesmerized by the sunset and the amazing mountain that rose up above our campsite. For dinner, it was MREs, or meals ready to eat. All you did was added water to the bags, and presto, there you had it, some kind of mush that kind of tasted like food. In my case, a super gnarly shepherd's pie. I didn't mention this, but these MREs did not irritate my stomach, so besides minor altitude sickness I was feeling pretty sick to my stomach. Bedtime was at around 9 because of the 3:30 wake up that was to greet us in the morning. That night, between the 60-mile-per-hour winds blasting inside of our tent and the high altitude, which I was not yet used to, I didn't sleep at all. At wake up, which wasn't really wake up so much as a get out of bed, everyone got their climbing gear together and packed up their bags. I forced down another MRE for breakfast. We layered up and stepped out into the windy, freezing mountainous environment. Ahead of us, we had a 2-mile climb with an elevation gain of 2,000 feet. Once we summited, we would descend 7,000 feet and 15 miles to the base of the mountain. This meant a total of 9,000 feet of elevation gain and loss and 17 miles of hiking and rock climbing. This thought made my mind spin. We began our ascent. The rocks were steep and icy. Icy streams spread across them, making them slippery and hard to climb. We reached our first feature called Wall Street at around 5:45 a.m. This was a 7-foot wide slab of rock that stuck out of the mountain at a 45-degree angle. On one side was the mountain going straight up, and on the other, cliffs going straight down. This marked the beginning of the rock climbing route we would be taking, called Upper Exum Ridge. From Wall Street, we could see the surrounding mountains turning red and pink from the rising sun. The next super scary obstacle was called the step over. These were small footholds that stuck out of the side of the rock that we had to climb down onto. Now, these weren't just any footholds. These were the only thing between us and a 2,000-foot drop to the glacial valley below. I was terrified, and with my heart racing, and on a count of 3, I stepped down and shimmied across and made it up on the other side. Next was multiple pitches of rock climbing. The rock was freezing. Trying to hold onto it was like trying to hold on to ice. Halfway through each pitch, I felt as if my hands were turning into ice themselves. As we continued our climb, the sun began to rise, warming up the rocks and making it a lot less scary to climb. I was still terrified, but I was beginning to enjoy the climb. I continuously asked the question, how close are we? The answer was usually we're as close as we want us to be. But after a few more pitches of rock climbing and crossing snowfields that dropped off a couple thousand feet, I could see the top. We were so close. 5 minutes more of scrambling over boulders that lay on the ridge of the mountain, and we were there. We had made it. The best way I can describe this feeling was one of extreme relief and excitement. From the top, I felt as if I was on top of the world. For as far as I could see, there was nothing taller. Even thinking about it now makes my heart beat faster. We were there. I was in complete awe. Believe it or not, there was cell service at the top. So I dialed up my parents, and they answered the phone with fear in their voices. What happened? Is everything okay? I laughed and told them that we were at the top. My buddy Thomas and I snapped some selfies, of course, and everyone hydrated up and refueled for the journey down. The climb down had a lot less rock climbing, but it had a 120-foot rappel, as well as lots of scrambling down rocks. We reached base camp at around 1 p.m. and only had 30 minutes to refuel for the long hike that lay ahead. We then reached the base of the mountain at around 7, completely depleted of energy. We were running on almost no food and no sleep. As we drove away from the mountain and watched the sunset behind it, we were all in complete awe at the fact that we had just been at the top a few hours before. Life is a chain of experiences. These experiences can bring you in new directions, and some can be bad while others are good. My climb was an experience that forced me to face my fear of heights and try something new, like rock climbing, and a new type of teamwork in which everyone's lives were in each other's hands. As well as made me realize my passion to pursue new adventures. At first, I was unsure of this adventure, did not want to embark on it. But unless you try something, you won't know if you like it or not. This adventure made me learn more about who I am, what I enjoy, what I don't enjoy, and what I am capable of. To have the ability to expand who you are as a person, and to know to what limits you are able to go, is priceless. Now, I'm not saying say yes to everything, especially if it is irresponsible or unsafe to your well-being. What I'm saying is that next time your parents take you to a different restaurant and all you want is something like mac and cheese, try to expand your horizons and get something different. The way I define an adventure is an experience that forces you to learn something new about yourself. So whether or not I enjoyed rock climbing or you enjoy a new food, it does not matter, because you still learn something new about yourself. So next time you get the opportunity to go on an adventure, but due to the fear of heights or whatever your adventure may entail, think about that you don't want to. Think about the discovery that you could have made, but due to your fears you didn't. This is why I would like to invite you to step outside of your comfort zones. So that next time you get the opportunity to go on an adventure, whether it be travel with your family or try something new at a restaurant, don't jump to saying no. Think about your answer. You might be in for the adventure of a lifetime. Thank you.